It is highest status in a human life. It is elegant, it is excellent, and it is very, 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 very fulfilling. I went to my own old school, and now it is in Ludhiana. They have put a plate in the wall in honor of me being the student of that school. And one of my old professors showed up. He wanted to touch my feet. I held him. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "At one time I taught you the worldly things. Today at look at you, I have found God. Let me touch your feet." I say, "You can't." He said, "Then I order you." I put my hands back. I said, "Go ahead." I said, "You can have it." And there were tears in his eyes. He said, "Even God can say a thing to me. I have achieved everything. I am proud of you. I am fulfilled today." He was my professor in my college, and tough one. And it reminded me when I came to America how people surrendered me left and right. You know, I have a great problem. I have a Judo Christian, Jewish Defense League, what they say, protect the Christianity syndrome, and there's a snowed of this. I don't think any Islamic group said a thing. And if you read a book in which I am described by this Christian Renaissance, it is a kind of this thick book, and what they described me, that I am the most dangerous human being and anti-Christ. That's what they wrote. And I felt very honored. Because, you know, anti I don't care, but Christ word came, that's fine. If they say he's this and this and he's most powerful Christ, it would have been, I came second time, you know what I mean? What they did to Christ, I don't want that to be done to me. They put him on the stake. What the big deal? They put him on the cross. I don't want to go on the cross. Once is enough. Why I have to become? Anti-Christ is fine, at least I can walk. I mean, so what they did to Muhammad? What they did to fifth Nanak? Just believe me or not. They put him a burning hot plate, they put a burning hot sand on him, 5 days and night. And then took him to the coldest river, and then they wanted to find what happened to the net. There was nothing, it's disappeared everything. What not? 7 years, 9 years, 2 sons of Guru Gobind Singh, they didn't kill them, they bricked them alive. Understand the torture. And these 2 little boys stood with a smile. Man's tyranny is man's joy. Causing pain to others is man's greatest player. Man is a ruthless, obnoxious, uncaring, basically a brute. Once in a while, with the blessing of teacher, it becomes human. And if the merciful Lord comes through his teacher, he may become angel. And in the angelic form, he may serve the humanity to bring credit of the absolute union, oneness with God. And that's the saying I said this afternoon. You love me, God shall love you. But if you don't count. And sometimes your students feel you are dependent on them, they give you this, they give you that. That's the most rude act of the student. But you are not supposed to react. You're supposed to bless them. Students are little children who play in their pee and poop, and it's all mental. And it smells bad and stinks. A teacher is supposed, in spite of all that, to clean and change the diapers and play with them. I'm just giving you a job description. And it's a very funny situation. Sometimes you have a student who will give life to you. They will look at art to you. They find some people look where they're going to get you. So please, to be a teacher is actually test of patience. Once I wrote in Beads of Truth, God save me, I'm running a hospital, I have no nurse and no doctor, all I have the patients. Do you understand that you are eating and you have half thing here and somebody said, can I ask you a question? And you decided that you should say yes, or you should get this in your mouth. And faculty of teacher is a very powerful, dominant, explaining, open sacrifice. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. It's not internal courage, it is external courage also. That's the teacher. Because either you take care of yourself or let God take care of you. There are two relationships, Nadi and Bindi. Bindi relation is which come out of your semen. Nadi is what come out of your word. The difference between son who is your student and your son who is your son is that your son who is son can say no, and the son who is your student cannot say no, shall not say no. Provided you are a teacher, and to the best of my knowledge, if the other person is student. Student is the ultimate challenger of all what there is, and his goal is victory. Son is your heritage, good and bad as the case may be. So remember, there's a difference. Nadi and Bindi. Nadis are those who are born out of your sound. Bindis are those who are born out of your semen. And they are two different categories. Guru Arjan was son of Guru Ramdas and he became the Guru. Prithicand was also the son and the eldest. He couldn't become, he only remained son. By the right of the heritage, he wanted to be a Guru. He forgot the crown of spirituality is bestowed. It cannot be conquered. And relationship of student and teacher is, even in the most inhuman way, if teacher blesses you, God vouches for it. So he curses you, God vouches for it. That's the relationship. राम की बांधी भगत छुड़ाए, भगत की बांधी कोई ना है. If God gives you a knot, the devotee of God can open it. But when a devotee of God gives you a knot, God cannot open it. It's the law of divinity. And he will hold his ground till infinity, because God is known through his disciples, and his first disciple is teacher. Whosoever is a teacher. Teacher is not an attorney or a medical doctor or an engineer or a businessman. Teacher is teacher. One of the teachers was Guru Nanak, who also acted as a peasant, who also acted as a visitor. He went everywhere. Because one thing in teacher is, he will reach out. Teacher will go out. He will reach out. He will touch the heart. He is the touch divine. Without his contact and connection, without his grace and blessing, there is nothing of divinity. You can deal with it or you can deny it. It doesn't matter. Life is a virtue and values. If virtues and value of a person comes to its fulfillment, then life is worth. Let us see how much and how far we go. If I give you 10 minutes exercise, or 11 minutes, you may not experience what I want you to experience. I don't expect any change, I don't expect anything. The contract is between you and your God. I am just the avenue that allows to honor you to serve that avenue. I have no relationship with you. I can grant your petition or I can reject it. You call on Om Namo Gurudev Namo, I'll come through or I won't. I am the big I, on which you have no control. Don't misunderstand. You have tortured me, you have burned me, you have put me on the cross, you have put me through stakes. You have put me through fire, you have insulted me, you have done everything as humanity. I always come. I'm a teacher. Teacher never goes away. Only changes body as people change shirt or Italy changes government. It makes no difference. Teacher is always one. One is God, one is teacher. And teacher will continue to live till eternity. People will die. Even I am blind, I see. Even I am dumb, I speak. Even when I am deaf, I hear. In spite of the fact you speak, you see, and you hear, you are dumb and dead. Because you have not awakened in you the essence of your totality. Therefore, reality will never touch your shoulders and corners. So you compensate with ego. That's not a teacher. Teacher shall not compensate his identity with ego. Because between ego and God, if you drop those words, what is remain is go-go. So it's not what you need. And your happiness as a teacher and your displeasure as a teacher is all rewarded in the end, when out of you another teacher is born. Therefore you are better than God. God cannot create another God. A teacher can create another teacher. You belong to different humanity, different relationship. So please understand the facts of life. It's not, you can't look ordinary and be a teacher. You have to look special because you are a special person, because you have to do a special job. That's why you see all the padres with a collar and with a kind of dress and all that stuff. They're not insane. A teacher without discipline of identity, mind and spirit is not a teacher worth. So there is an obligation, there's a command, there's a need. You have to come through. This exercise is for your arc line and your karma which you have stocked in. It's just a hand of prayer, nothing big deal. And when we put the tape of Satnam, that thing of the Paris stuff, and then you go once back and be here in one sound. 2, like this. 3, like this. Watch out what this does. It's worth amazing, worth experience. Watch out. Put your hand, let him put the tape. In Satnam Vaheguru you have to do Satnam Vaheguru. It will about back to turn. You will be doing it fast and you're doing it right, like this, like this. It'll be fun. Put it on. Watch what happens to you. Close your eyes. Hold. You have eye problem? I know you have ear problem, but do you have eye problem? Thank you. This is a psyche control, and it is going to elevate you. It looks very simple exercise, but it's very powerful. When you say Vaheguru, then you understand there's a movement with it. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. There is a thing that you are picking up and you are throwing backwards. And if you do it correctly, you will be amazed what actually Vaheguru means. You're going to learn it simple way. It's not that you will not have the experience. So, let's go.
Hare Om